Hello and welcome everyone. I'm here today to do a card reading and to bring you a message. So if you have happened upon my video, there is a message in here for you. Remember, this is not a personal reading, so not everything may resonate with you. You will have to adjust it to your own situation to receive the message that you are intended to receive. So let's get started. I am recording this on the day of the Scorpio full moon. I just did a reading that I released today for the full moon, or it would be yesterday when I released this one, and it was incredibly on point for what is happening in this energy. So if you haven't seen it, it should be tagged at the end of this reading and you can take a listen. Okay, Spirit, let's see what they have. Oh, this one came out in the last reading. It was on the bottom of the deck in the last reading. Today it's in the center of the reading, our ancient future. So it feels like something has been released to bring you into this. And I love this because I'm really paying attention to all the light codes that are coming in here. It feels like there's been something released, some light codes that are coming in. Interesting. Let's see what else we have. Earth. Nurture nature. And again, we've got the earth sign here. Let's see what else we have. The infinite. Yeah, it feels like something has been brought forward in this moon energy. Oh, and here's the third eye chakra. So yeah, it feels like there's codes within here too. So just kind of breathe that in. But it feels like something has been opened up from the past, just like the last one. This was underlying that it was wanting to, but it feels like it has been. Feels like it has been. This is realizing that your life on earth here is kind of a small part of your existence, that you really are an infinite being. Playing like it's like you see this mandala here within this one, it looks to me like the mandala has opened up here into wings. And I had a reading about wings here a couple of days ago as well, getting your wings, receiving your wings, that kind of energy, like a step up, an upgrade, that kind of thing. So let's see what Shaman's dream wants to bring in here. This is Lemuria. And I really feel like this Scorpio moon that we are currently in, kind of the aftermath after when I post this reading, but I'm actually doing the reading within the full moon energy here of the day of it. It really feels like this is a deep Lemurian connection. And I also feel like Mount Shasta as well. Mount Shasta also has a connection to Tibet and to the feminine energy within us that has been suppressed, as well as taken advantage of for creation, to alter in some way, I'm hearing. Okay, interesting. Okay. This card, when I turned the deck over, was on the bottom, the Watchers. And I've had the Watcher energy in my reading over the last couple of weeks or so of being watched. And this to me is looking like a being on the top of this. And it looks like these are feathers here. So let me see if I can bring that up for you to be able to take a look at that. But it looks like, to me, it looks like a big cat, which is really representative of feminine, but it looks like feathers, like a headdress of feathers. which reminds me of my own headdress. Something about leadership. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. And here we are again with that ancestral wisdom. And that came up in my last reading. Our ancient future, ancestral wisdom. Something about time. Time or timing. Drifter. Experiencing life as it comes. Okay. So this is talking, and look at all the blues in here, you guys. Along with the third eye chakra. This is about changing perspective as well. Realizing that not everything is as it seems, that this is simply a small part, very small part. What else do you want to bring? Oh, those are way too many here. Okay, that's the one. All right. Crown games, right use of power. Okay. Ancestral wisdom. Yeah, this is talking about how things were misused in the past, and it's interesting how the feminine energy came forward and how I said they were taken advantage of, and that's what this is talking about here, about how this manipulating the natural creativity of the feminine, manipulating DNA. That's what's coming forward here. And this is moving now more into a balance within this energy. It feels like it's moving into a balance. And with this watchers here, it's and you can see the watchers like they're on all sides here. Here's one facing this way, like they're watching all directions, that it's coming from all directions as well as above and below, that they are watching. As above, so below, as within, so without. So coming into alignment with the intention for the use of power. Okay? Rather than for greed or for power, but for the betterment of all things. Okay? That's, no, I'm not taking all three of those. Spirit, just one. I know there's probably a message in the card. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You're messing up my spread. Okay, I'm going to do this. Will o' the Wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows, like I said, you guys. And look at this. Feathers on here and the feathers on here. Like this is, it feels like, this energy of expansion. And it has to do with this third eye, this pineal gland here. A different perspective, a different way of looking at things. To move into a new wave of energy. I wanted to say age and they said wave. A wave of energy of some sort. Okay, so what are we going to? These? Okay. They've been wanting me to use these little advice cards a lot lately. I think because they're pretty straightforward. Pretty easy. Okay, Spirit. Go through one more time. Okay. So the first one we have here is move. So this is really encouraging you to move the energy, right? The energy is like it's sitting in a stagnancy, and it's an ancient energy that has been laying dormant. It's interesting here because I'm seeing this as a mountain here, but maybe it's a volcano that wants to erupt. Like I've been getting a lot of Mount Shasta energy um, within this moon. Not sure why. We've got cut cords here. And this mandala, I don't usually get this, but I'm getting like mandala effect or butterfly effect. That kind of thing is what I'm getting with this card. Okay, okay, Spirit. So what they're saying is as we change, moving things with this ancient future, as we change the future that we're in, it resolves the past. And that's kind of what that butterfly effect talks about. But I heard mandala effect. Is there such a thing as a mandala effect? Can I look that up online? Let me see. Is there a mandala effect, you guys? I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but is there a mandala effect? The mandala effect is a phenomenon where a large group of people share a false memory of a specific event, fact, or detail as if it were a reality. It's essentially a collective memory distortion where many individuals believe something happened or was a certain way when it didn't or wasn't. Okay. Okay. So this is a false memory or a false belief, I'm feeling. A false belief. Wait, do you have anything else to say about that false belief, Spirit? I'm gonna pull on that. I'm gonna pull on that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull on that. I'm going to first of all bring these out, but I'm gonna pull on that because it feels like it needs to be clarified. So we have animals here. Look at the wings here out of this. Look at the wings here. Contract. Yep. And this goes with this. Some kind of a contract that you have to bring something in. Okay. And this is about light codes and breath. Sacred breath. So I'm going to move this together so we get all these cards in. Okay, you guys. I want to know what they're talking about with this false belief. Because I feel like this is really, really fascinating. What is this false belief? How can I find this out? Okay, okay. As I go for the dragon deck here with the, as they're talking about the false belief. So, for example, different beliefs that we might have, like for example, even with dragons, kind of energy, a belief that somebody has that something is either real or it is not, right? A false memory of what it is. But they're also bringing in that there could be something that is distorted in the memory because of the trauma. The trauma distorts the memory. Okay, we'll start with that. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Pentacles here, which is choice, decision, balance, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we have the Page of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Strength. Okay. I'm getting energy here that is moving from childhood or the past up into adulthood. Five of Swords. So this is about conflict within. And then we have lack. Okay, so there's some kind of a false memory or a false concept within you, and it'll be different for each one of you, that is creating a sense of lack within you in order to take over. And this is a card, like the Queen of Wands is inspirational. Okay, so there's some kind of a sense of lack or a false, like this Five of Swords and then the Five of Pentacles, like 5-5. This is really difficult energy to move through, and with the strength being in the middle, really showing the amount of strength, and strength talks about being able to tame our ego, to let our spirit work through us rather than our humanness. And there's been something within your humanness that you were told as a child here with the page, and this has to do with voice, with it being swords, ideas, that kind of thing, for you not to be this inspirational person, this leader. Okay, I see the wands always as a leadership role, and you have a choice of what to believe. Believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, what was it that was told to you, right? A falsehood that you have taken on as a belief. It can be anything. It can be anything. This is not a personal reading, so it's not going to bring out your own personal journey. Okay? It's more of a general, just simply so it can reach more people. Okay? Okay, so here we have, yeah, Queen of Cups. This is talking to me about somebody that's, heartfelt, kind. Like this is, again, inspirational, emotional, creative, imaginative. And it's, the Queen of Wands and the Strength card. Being able to bring that energy through again. It's what they're talking about here. The Star, yeah. A wish or a dream. A wish or a dream. And it looks like you had it kind of taken away from you. It was taken away from you. Okay, and this is the Hierophant. The Hierophant can talk about religious beliefs. And I did feel a religious thread running through as well. And at the very beginning, I felt like the feminine was taken advantage of. And this is feminine. This is a feminine card as well. We got feminine here. The Cups, this is feminine. Okay, there's a lot of feminine energy that is sitting here. And I really feel like it was taken advantage of somehow within creativity, like I said. Well, the Queen of Cups is, creativity. But this card right here talks about the healing and being able to also move this into a way of teaching others, a way of being better, a way of learning from it. Finding a way to use that experience, to your benefit, to the benefit of others, is what this is talking about to me today. Let's bring in one of these cards and see what they want to talk about with this here. We'll just bring in one final card, but I feel like this is something that is wanting to move you out of this sense of lack from a belief. And the butterfly, or the Mandela effect. I didn't realize that was a false belief. Held by many. Okay? So this is something to do with society or something like that has given us a false belief. False belief is that we are typically, like within religion, for example, that we are not meant to have good things, that we are meant to suffer, and that we must suffer, and that we must look up to somebody else above us rather than honoring ourselves and our own divinity, that we are all God within, God incarnate, God experiencing himself through us or herself. Oh, look at this golden crown. Yeah, you guys, This is talking to me about the royalty that was taken from you. And I've got the crown here somewhere. Where was that crown? There's another one with the crown right here. The crown games. Yeah. There's something that's been taken from you, and I feel like it was even DNA, like you might have been taken advantage of somehow, had, within the past, the eggs harvest, something like that. Okay. That might sound awful, but there's been something that's been taken from you by somebody that was in a very powerful position here. And that this Hierophant here, it could have been through religion or something. And the watchers here watching as well. Like this feels like an energy where you don't feel safe, it's being watched. All right, beautiful souls, I am sending you so much love. Um, if my readings resonate with you, please take a moment to click the subscription, the like, leave me a comment, even just leave me a little emoji down there if it resonates with you. Leave me a gold heart or something like that to become part of this soul tribe that we have here. So I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, remember, always let love be your guide.